What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we are having even more fun keeping you some of these double shots coming on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast at the Kain 2024 Clients and Friends event here in lovely Lexington. We've been having an incredible time, and we have the team here from ActivEngage that's making things happen, helping sponsor the event, helping keep the fun going on. And we got a Kentucky girl here too, don't we? Uh-oh. So do us a quick favor, everybody. Let us know who it is that you are, where you're from. If they don't know what ActivEngage is, a little bit about what that is.
We're the best.
Around. Nothing's gonna ever.
We're a messaging company. We've been around about 17 years. Unscripted, fully human from the moment your shopper hits your site, your Google business profile, Facebook, whatever that is. There's a human interacting with them. And they start the conversation wherever your shopper wants to start the conversation. What a novel idea.
Well, I think part of Lou's request here as well was just to kind of say, hi, I'm Carol Marshall.
No, you go with the company, right?
Yeah, we're talking about ActivEngage. That's fantastic.
About ActivEngage. Nobody cares about us.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yes, we do. That's why you're here.
There's a reason why you're on the show. There's more than just two of you all working.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there are. So my name's Eric as well. But, yeah, I mean, to Carol's point, like we really like having this whole aspect of these unscripted conversations. We want to be able to help the consumer through the process. Buying a car is complicated. We got to actually do these fun things, help the consumer.
Yes.
And,
I agree with you.
And that's what's happening here. And you all are part of the V20 group. So you're helping to bring solutions to the industry in a unifying form. Why is it that you all have found and attached yourself to an incredible group like the V20?
I think the V20 group was a fantastic idea by Dave, and and
triple D. Let's go, triple D on.
And it really kind of highlights the aspect of, as vendors, that we want to be able to partner together to be able to really bring best in class ideas and so forth, and be able to help the dealer body. I mean, I think it was an extremely unique idea experience for us to be able to sit there and collaborate with some of the greatest minds in the automotive industry, and I think we're going to see some really, really cool things out of it. I mean, there have been 20 groups around now for as long as the automotive industry's been around. But I think that this is the very first time that, the vendors and some of the best vendors in the industry have gotten together to really kind of, come up with something new and something different.
Yeah, part of that collaboration is saying, hey, we at our company tried this and it was a complete failure. Yeah. And having that kind of relationship with 19 other vendors and everyone sharing. There were a few people not part of that V20 group in the room on Monday, and they were just really speechless as to how we all interacted as a group, both very earnestly, being very genuine, also at times ruthless with the heckling, which is always
keeping it real.
Fun. Yeah.
That's what brothers and sisters do. That's what Pam does, right?
I mean, let's face it. I mean, it's a this is a very small industry. As far as big as it is, and everybody in that room, we've all known each other, or many of us at least have known each other for years and years and years. And so to be able to kind of bring those ideas and personalities, because we're all strong personalities in the car business, you have to be, right? And we're not opinionated at all.
A little bit. Just a couple of opinions.
Just a couple.
Just a few,
Yeah.
And not too many, but maybe a few know-it-alls, right?
Yeah.
Right?
A couple of those. Yeah.
Maybe. But I think that's also kind of the magic of the Kain conference, is that, first of all, there's an unbelievable collection of dealers, really, really smart dealers that attend this conference. But then you have right next to that all of the vendors that choose to participate in this conference. we're all kind of open-minded, and I think it's great for the dealers to see vendors interacting in a way, because I'm sure it's easy from a dealership perspective to think that we're all cutthroat and just trying to cut the other guy out for that piece of that budget, and that's not at all what you see here.
Right.
I love that you said that.
Yeah.
Well, there might be one or two.
Well,
we won't talk about our. No.
well, but there's a percentage-wise, you're probably right. You got to play the. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a data guy. But at the end of the day, what the core of this is, and I love what you're saying, is that what's happening here is collaboration.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kyle Monser, he was wearing a shirt last night that said, what was it?
Collaboration is critical.
It's critical.
And then he said no one could have that shirt, which was not collaborative
Right.
at all.
But understand that, if it's that critical, we need that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the collaboration is, and when dealers can see that it's not a dog eat dog, that we're actually here to find ways to bring solutions for them together. Sometimes our tools do combine well, and sometimes this tool will work better with this tool, especially for this dealer, right? Why not show that we're here to work together and be able to bring something that's cohesive that they can use, that's clear, easy to use, and really seamless, right?
And I think that really gets lost amongst a lot of the dealers, like you said, whether it's at NADA being accosted by some of the vendors as you're walking down the alleys and so forth. But at the end of the day, I think you're right. I mean, we all, or most of us at least, come from the the retail side of the business that's near and dear to us, and we want nothing more than to help that dealer with new ideas and being able to serve their customers better. And it's a reflection on us as well. I mean, if we're not able to help them help their customers, well, I'm not really sure what it is that we're doing that.
I mean, and that's what we all come here to do, and do it in such a defenseless way. That's one thing that we do love about this event, is that defenses are down. You don't have anybody protecting their cards or not trying to find out. We have more people saying, "What do I do with this hand?
Yeah.
I'm dealt this one. You tell me what to do with this."
Right.
And you gotta love that, especially inside of a lot of the shifts that are happening in automotive, and it's just happening culturally, because there's a lot that's happening to the whole culture of buying. It's not just impacting the industry, it impacts the buyers. Buyers are acting different. They have new tools inside of their hand, and that's a great news meeting, right? That's great news that a customer has this, right?
Yes, I that's kind of what I tapped into in the presentation yesterday, is why it's important to give information in a certain customer experience today, because you have these digital natives, as I refer to them, millennials and Gen Z, who are making up more and more of the marketplace. And these folks who grew up from the terror of 9/11 to the pandemic, to the recession of 2008, the pandemic, all of these outside forces that altered their path. The millennials took on all this student debt to graduate into
not have a job. Right. Yeah.
And so they have a need to be prepared. The Gen Z want to know their options because they watched the millennials take on the student debt and not get a job.
There was an article this morning that I saw that talked about how Gen Z is considered to be the most depressed generation.
They're the most anxious generation, because before they were emotionally able to handle it, they had tragedies in full color in the palm of their hand. And that is such a sad statement. So for us in the automotive industry, we need to understand that this isn't the age of the cyber grinder from 25 years ago, where you would lose a deal over 50 cents for sure. Done it, been there. It is the age of millennials are the largest generation. They surpassed baby boomers.
Wow.
And so they will pay more for a good customer experience. And part of that experience is finding what they want to know on your site.
Well, and it's also communicating with them the way in which it is that they want to communicate versus trying to force them into the way that we, the dealers, want them to communicate with us. It's not, well, when can you come in? When can you come in? When can you come in? They're going to end up doing so much of their transaction before even showing up at the dealership that it's really, really important to have those different communication channels available to them so that they can interact with you on their time, in their methodology, and it becomes important to you, the dealer, to then be able to, be present in their medium that they want to
I love that.
communicate with.
So what solutions is ActivEngage doing right now to be able to
this is what I consider to be somewhat of a game changer. It's the idea of How many people, for instance, call a dealership and the phone call goes unanswered? Here's the crazy statistic. 23% of all inbound phone calls to a dealership go unanswered. The average hold time, if you do get put
Quarter
on
of my
hold,
calls.
quarter of your calls, 70
problem.
seconds is the average hold time calling into a dealership. Yeah, I encourage all of you, sit there, count to 70 and see how bored you are at the end of it.
See how fast I hang up.
Right? And so we saw a need for the dealers, and we came up with a solution that in essence provides the ability for that consumer to convert into a text message as they call into the store. So when they call into the store, they're going to be prompted with a prompt that says, if you'd like to continue this conversation via text, press 7. And then we're able to convert that conversation into a text conversation where they're now communicating with us. And now think about this. The other amazing part is when we're done that conversation, whether it's scheduling a service appointment, it's scheduling an appointment for them to come in about a new car, that we turn that entire conversation, it's contextual. So now that whole thing goes into the CRM as well. And think about the dealer's ability to sit there and to start to mine that information, to look at what those conversations are like, or the ability for that customer, 6 months from now to sit there and say, oh, I have a question. Let me just start texting the dealership
And
again.
so you still have a live human interacting with your customer.
Which is how, to the point of the generational shift,
Right.
That's how the generation's been taught now.
Yep.
When did we get out of going to school?
Yeah.
Right? That was the kid's best dream, right? Because like
Absolutely.
customers want to get out of having to go to the dealer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Goodness, the school way of education has even shifted to where sit there, there's somebody
Right.
behind this technology
Uh-huh.
that's giving you a lesson and teaching you to give you
Right.
the information that you actually don't have to come here to get.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That
it is.
is what
That is the
the
next generation coming up.
That's what the digital natives, that's how they were taught. Go online, research, work in groups, that's why they're social.
I
So-
saw a statistic the other day. I'm a Gen Xer. Carol's a Gen Xer, and talking about Gen Xers.
I'm on that
Yeah,
border.
you're that
guys.
border
I'm on
guy?
the 81. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
You are. You're there. You're there.
I'm like
Barely.
right there.
You're like right there.
Yes.
I think.
I'm,
You're
I'm
still.
in there. I'm 79. I'm definitely in there.
Oh, I'm 74. I'm right
We're all
there.
there. We're all
I'm
Gen
good.
Xers.
But
Gen X.
I
it's
win.
something like the millennials and Zers look at their phone every 5 to 10 minutes to see if they've had a new text message come in. Think about that.
And I let the dealers know this yesterday. When you get a lead
Hold on.
that says,
Okay.
when you get a lead that says, don't call me, text, I prefer a text, that does
Right.
not mean it's a looky-loo.
Right.
No.
It is still a serious buyer. Please text them,
I agree with you so much. And because again, they want to be spoke to where they want to be spoke to, what's most
Correct.
convenient for them, where they don't feel pressured, right?
That's right.
And it's where they're at. It's like come to my house, so I don't have to go to your house. I feel way more. I don't have to go
Right.
anywhere. I can have a few drinks and stay here, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm
But-
not comfortable yet.
Right.
to
So
come in,
until they have the trust of feeling like you do have a clean house, you do have things that I want, because there's plenty of homes I can go to. Why
Yeah.
should I go to yours
Mhm.
first? And I'm gonna go to the one that gives me the most information. It makes me feel like it's gonna be the best process for me
Right.
getting the vehicle that I want.
Right.
Right. So it's important. If they want to text. Texting is great.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. And then sometimes people want to call. So that's why it's important that we understand where they want to communicate. And some want to get on social media. Some people, like my son, he Snapchats with his friends. They don't
Yes.
text.
Right.
So
My
texting to
daughter
him
as
is
well.
weird.
Yeah.
Because they have banishing mode and she can have conversations you'll never see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Stop
Sorry.
Gary. I mean, that's
Mean.
But
But it's so true.
Help you, man.
Speaking of true, let's talk about a very cool thing we were just talking about before we jumped on here, especially because we have a Kentucky lady in the room, right?
Yes.
Kentucky's got that basketball flow to it. There's been some stuff brewing with basketball. We just came out of an incredible run with that. But folks, you were just sharing some stats on how the women are getting love right now.
Oh, yeah.
The NCAA final game, women's game, received 24 million viewers, which was much more than the men's final and more than the NBA final.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's
And,
trending.
another stat is that, did you know that women's basketball teams in college don't get bonus money for going to the tournament or even
No,
winning?
that's
While
that's-
men's do, because of the television viewership, right? Because they get paid for that stuff.
Now
I wouldn't
everybody's
have
got
to
hand on the
participate.
hip
I
now.
promise you
No.
next
Where
year,
are we at?
you're gonna
Wow.
yeah.
So the men's team, there was over $800 million in revenue
Yeah.
for
wow.
those men's teams, and I think it was like 7 million for the ladies.
They don't get anything. So it's
Yeah.
like it's time. It's time for a change. But you know what? There's some amazing athletes in basketball
Yes.
right now
Yeah.
that are really showing us men that they can hang, right?
Yeah.
And I play against a lot of ladies in the sports that I play, and they all hang in every sport I play. And so it's there's no more excuses, y'all. They just work hard, so let them work hard, and they deserve that money. I love that stat, and I love that there's more viewership. Caitlin, she kicks some butt, and I'm
Yeah,
so
she did.
excited to watch her play some professional sports.
Yeah.
She is one of the best I've ever seen shoot the ball, man or woman.
Yeah.
She is so confident she will dagger that shot from anywhere on the court. Don't give her a foot of space. She's going to pull it on you. And man, so confident. And she can pass the ball like no other.
Yeah, I mean those 3-point shots. I mean, they're like how she sinks them like every single time. I mean, it's just incredible.
Made it rain. For sure.
She's amazing. It was unfortunate she didn't get her championship ring, but she played one heck of a season and broke all kinds of records.
Yeah.
I mean, not just seasonal records, but records for the whole career, like most points scored, most this, most that. Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable athlete.
Well, speaking of rain, I think the rain has cleared up enough for us to enjoy these races a little bit.
I hope
So
so.
we are excited about that. Car guys, car gals, we've been having fun at the Kain 2024 Clients and Friends Workshop, and you need to make sure that you find out how to be involved next year at the next event, because there is a lot of incredible people like these two magnificent people that are not just V20 brothers and sisters, but are also brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast from ActivEngage. We're so thankful that you tuned in with us. I am Lou Ramirez, the Car
And
Guy,
I'm Fred Lenard, subprime hero.
and we have one thing left to do, everybody, and that's
Nope,
make sure
I
that
have
we.
one thing.
Oh, go for it.
Thank you both for
Oh.
being who you are
Yeah.
all the time. You're walking down the hall, everywhere, any time of day. So genuine, and it means so much. You bring so much to this industry. So I just want to say that.
Those
I
words
really
are more than
appreciate
enough. Thank you so much. We love what we do, and we love you all.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Let's get it going. And then she dons the position. That's what I'm talking about. That's love, everybody.
Go.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing, keep growing. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Keep having fun with us. Keep just chiming in a little bit of coffee cup emojis, a couple of hand claps. So make sure that you tag a car guy and tag a car gal
And share. Get this out there.
We'll see
my
you
friends.
soon. Keep brewing solutions. We're out.